Hey everyone, DFree here. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this post in the game. We're going to talk about some suggestions for going forward with the Spark Metal exchange and stuff like that, some of the better characters to consider exchanging for, and how I feel like the Sparking Metal shop will evolve ultimately in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you are new, of course, for more content, and stay tuned because literally tomorrow, well, I guess maybe tonight, it depends where you're at, time of the recording, yada yada, but tomorrow for me, we should be getting a preview for Gohan and also Bojack and whoever else is on their banner, maybe. Who knows, right? As far as EXs are concerned. So stay tuned for that. That stuff is coming up very soon. It is currently Monday morning right now. I guess because it just passed midnight. But so yeah, whatever the case is, today later. And then tomorrow we should be getting a maintenance on Tuesday. Depending on when you're at, of course, that banner will be dropping Tuesday night. Ideally, that's generally what they do, or Wednesday morning. So let's go ahead and take a look at this post here and get into it. So any sparking metals you've collected will become unusable after the current exchange period. Please use them before the period ends. This is the most important thing. I had to raise the decibels a little bit. The most important thing here. If you have been thinking that you are going to hoard those sparking metals that you get from your daily missions, because yes, they are, you get one a day by completing your dailies, think again. You cannot save those. They told us this whenever they implemented this about a month and a half ago, whatever. They will expire and you will have gotten nothing if you don't exchange them. So go to the shop, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute when I go and do some of mine, because I have some I can do, I believe. Go to the shop, exchange them, because you don't want them to go to waste, okay? Thank you for your support of Dragon Ball Legends. Not only will powering up your characters be easier than ever, daily missions will also undergo a revamp. So, okay, so this one is actually interesting to me. It feels like they threw something in here that's a little different, because this post is called Daily Mission Overhaul. Not only will powering up your characters be easier than ever, I don't know what that means. Like, are they going to make characters require less experience? Are they going to make the experience training places do more stuff? Are they going to remove the stupid level caps on training? Maybe I'm way overthinking it, and they're not doing any of that. But again, it just seems super vague. But regardless, on top of that, speaking of vague, daily missions will undergo a revamp. Sounds pretty awesome. And before less crystals. Please don't, though. Please increase crystal count. With this update, you will be able to clear the daily missions in a flash. With this update. Okay. Complete your daily missions to get sparking metals. Okay, so yeah, they're hinting at something here. They're just not telling us what. Get 1 sparking metal from daily mission rewards every day and exchange 7 of them for a sparking character's Z power. Clear the daily missions and get sparking metals, exchange them for sparking Z powers. And then they also do have the dates on all that. And then they have some important stuff down here you guys can see and stuff like that. So yeah, all right. That's pretty much all they tell us as far as right now is concerned. So let's go ahead and go over there and take a look at the exchange shop. And like I said, we'll talk about the units that are available here and stuff. So the exchange shop, whenever it loads. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So here we go. Wow, I have a good bit, and I can't use any of them. Oh, I can use one. Nice. That's laughingly well, bro. I can't use any of them. Okay, so something interesting is happening here. So it looks like the Legends Rising old characters like Cooler and Turles, the quote-unquote recommended ones, they actually do only give you 50 Z power for them instead of 100 that it looks like they give you. Yep, they give you 100 for all of these other units that are actually Ultra Space Time. No, not Ultra Space. Yeah, the UST banner. I was gonna say Rush, but you know, the UST banner characters. I've made this point on several occasions. There always has been, ever since Legends Rising became a thing, a separate pool, right? There's the Legends Rising unit pool, which includes characters in step-ups, one-off banners like the girl banners, all of that, right? Legends Rising banners is the entire, pretty much every other subset is just in the Legends Rising pool. And then there's the Ultra Space Time units that wind up on like Master Packs, which it seems like Master Pack 3 will never come, things like that. And they're also further proving that by separating the amount you can get for those characters only. Now, when you take a look at this list, there's actually some decent options here, but don't get confused. Pretty much none of these units are even competitive anymore, barring a couple in some spots, right? So Turles here can be decent. He was buffed in the buff prior to the last set a couple of months ago now. So it's, you know, with how fast they release units, that means units age really quickly in this game. But he can still be decently competitive. The problem is you would be using him on either movies or Mono Purple. So that's up to you. Cooler here is probably one of the better ones on the list, simply because, not because of his usability, but because if you can get him to 5-star, he has one of the better Z abilities for the movie team. So that 50 Z power constantly, obviously you can do that more than once, should be pretty helpful for you. In fact, let me show you. You can kind of just go as much as you want. I can get 400 Z power for Android 16 right now. So that'll get him even closer to 7-star because he's 6-star currently. I guess I haven't pulled him enough, right? So there we go. I got 400 power for Android 16, and that was pretty much it. So other than that, though, let's go ahead and take a look at Piccolo here. Piccolo is actually one of the better characters on the list. Again, he was buffed in that batch prior to the last one. I believe it was that batch. Anyways, though, pretty good on regen. Still one of their better green fighters anyway. Vegeta actually was buffed in the last batch. So if you're looking for a blast monster, especially for Saiyans or Frieza Force post 5-star, or if you just want another Frieza Force bench buffer, you definitely want to get him to 5-star. Do consider exchanging for him. Goku has not been buffed. He definitely needs it. Hopefully he's in the next batch. Hopefully the next batch is around the corner. I'm hoping, right? I've been talking about that. I feel like we're due for another one soon. Piccolo was buffed in, what, the original batch? No. Yeah, the original batch, or the second one. Whatever the case is. He's been buffed for a while. Again, another character that's good post 5-star for movies, and yellow buff for defense and HP, respectively. So again, if you're looking for those types of Z abilities, do go ahead and pick up Piccolo. Pan here actually has one of the better Z abilities just because hers is really relevant. She has access to female warriors outright, and then also she picks up the Sun Family tag boost at 5-star. So again, exchanging Z power, it's going to be a slow climb, but I'm sure some of you guys are going to be like maybe one copy away from 5-star or something like that, and this will be able to, or will have been able to, allow you to make it to 5-star on some of these units. But if not, you can still obviously go ahead and get your journey started towards that. So other than that, though, Pan is a decent fighter for those teams she's applicable to. She was buffed in the batch that Piccolo was buffed in, I believe. So we have Hardfire's Goku, who's an interesting unit because they removed where he takes his own HP in the very beginning, but he's still okay. So he was buffed, but he's okay. He's not great. He can obviously pretty much murder any yellow in the game. But he could obviously get destroyed by any red because that's how this game is. But he's competitive in the right hands, I'd say. He's pretty good, though. But not perfect, not anything like that. Krillin here. It's been a while since he's been buffed. He was buffed in the Pan batch as well, I believe. Pretty good if you want to use him on a blue team. If not, unfortunately, unless you're using like Super Warriors, there's not much use for Krillin. 17 here. 17 is the best unit on this list, actually. Now that I look at it, he is actually the best one because of the relevance of the Android team and also because he was buffed recently in the last batch too, and he's really good, just in general. And then he even picks up Android post 5-star, so definitely another unit you want to get to 5-star. There's a whole lot of that in this game. So yeah, he's the best unit on this list, and actually by a pretty sizable margin, I'd say. Android 18 here. She's just not particularly good anymore, but she's decent as a bench for female warriors and as a spot-up fighter sometimes for that team as a yellow if you really, really need it. But otherwise, you can just pick her up. She doesn't need 5-star, and she offers a double buff. So she actually has one of the better Z abilities in this entire list, to be honest, outright. In fact, she might have the best one outright anyway. Pretty much all these units need to be 5-star. Pretty much all of them. So other than that, though, Piccolo, he's okay. I do think he needs a buff. 16, same deal. The kids at the bottom, same deal. They also do get the Hybrid Saiyan Blast Attack and Blast Defense, or Strike Attack and Strike Defense, post 5-star buffs. Please make the decisions that are best for you guys. Speaking of this list, whenever they update this list, obviously there's 22 hours left. When they update this will actually be updated with 2 new Sparkings. They're going to be adding the old Legends Rising duo. They came out on the same banner. The blue Pod Frieza, who was buffed in the last batch. He's actually really good, which is why it sucks you can't save these for the next batch of update. And also the green Bardock, who does need a buff, but I think he's still decent, I guess, in the right hands. I think I'll do a video on him sometime soon to kind of show him a little bit. Let me know if you want that. But yeah, so those 2 are there. So if you haven't been doing your dailies or whatever, and some of these characters are interesting to you for whatever reason, please consider doing them. And also, let me know in the comment section down below which character you exchanged for. Was there anything here, even from the beginning, like 2 months ago when this came out or whatever it was, that you were even concerned about getting or what you really wanted? I mentioned earlier that I'm sure some of you guys are pretty close to getting like a 7-star or 2 or something like that. Not 7-star, wow. Maybe even 7-star, but I meant 5-star or so from this batch. Let me know if any of you were able to exchange and push it there, because you would have been close, right? Let me know. Overall, though, thank you all for your continued support here on the channel, and I'll catch all of you in the next one, everybody.